a monster, and lots of mayhem. Welcome to the Rascal premiere party. I'm Michael Witch. Normally you see me on LMC TV News. This is a newsworthy show, however, because we're going to meet the cast, the crew, and especially the actors who were part of this program. I'd like you to meet the executive director and writer, Andre Gordon. And Andre, you're sitting next to Stella Giordano. And Stella, you were the inspiration behind the creature, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. And we're going to be joined by other people in the cast. And we're going to see clips from the first season. And the second season is about to start on this Friday.
Hey, well, tonight.
Tonight, right after this show. So don't go anywhere. And Andre, tell us how this program got started.
Well, I was just hanging out at Felix and Stella's house one day, and I had been trying to make my own show for a while. And Stella and Felix had this game that they were playing. Stella can explain how she inspired the show.
Well, the idea actually originally came from my cat.
Your cat? Woo! How'd that happen?
It was like a type of tag game where I would chase my brother and Andre around for singing the song, I'm gonna do the Rascal on you, because the cat is famous for needing blankets.
Yeah. We've seen that behavior in cats. So you came up with the idea of calling it the Rascal?
My cat is named Rascal.
There you are. And that inspired you to make a whole series.
Yeah, well, the thing that she would say, she would sing in a way that's like, I'm gonna do the Rascal on you. And I'm like, this sounds like a horror movie thing.
Yeah.
I'm like scared by this. And I'm like, this would be something cool, and I don't know how I came up with it. I don't watch horror movies. I'm not like a horror fan, sorry.
But well, you've written scripts for the first 5 episodes that you started back in 2016. I think the show debuted on LMC.
Yeah, the 6 episodes in the first season.
Right.
And I wrote them very quickly.
But the script came first, and then it was translated into the screen.
Well, I started writing stuff that summer.
Right.
We shot the first scene like in the middle of, like a month after we came up with the idea, as I was still writing, because we were the first scene of the show, which you will see when the episodes start airing, was no different than the way we originally imagined it, and that was the first scene that we ever came up with for the show, and we knew that was the direction we wanted to go in.
Okay. Stella, what do you remember about that first day of shooting?
I remember that I could not stop laughing.
You thought it was funny, but it was deadly serious.
Yes, I could not stop smiling.
That's tough for an actress, isn't it? To turn off your normal, whatever you're feeling normally, and try to get into a character and stay in character. That was your big challenge.
Yes.
Andre, what was it like working with people who haven't acted before?
Well, I was fortunate enough to have some people who had acting experience during the show, but in the beginning it was just a lot of non-professional actors, so working and getting them comfortable was really the biggest challenge. But I tried to find people who fit the character that I was looking for, so they didn't have to it wasn't really that much acting for them. They would just sort of playing themselves. So that was my biggest way of making it easy and comfortable for non-professional actors.
Did you do the camera work for this scene that we just saw?
Yes, I filmed most of the, I filmed the entire first season.
Right.
The second season I've had some help, but in the beginning it was all me. I do all the editing, I do basically everything.
So there was a lot of handheld camera work there.
Yes.
Which, I don't know about you, Stella, but when I looked at it, it sort of brought me right into the action, because I felt like I was jumbling and moving around. And it was a lot better than just a single fixed shot. Did you get the same feeling? Like you were drawn into the action there?
Definitely.
And that was all planned? Handheld camera? Or did you just forget the tripod? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I like the moving shots. But we didn't have a Steadicam.
Yes.
But it worked out.
For those who don't know, that's a very expensive piece of equipment.
Yes, but it worked out in my favor, I guess.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I think so.